Hi guys, welcome to Mulligan's Beach House. Back in 1997, we had a dream of building a restaurant. We knew the four most important ingredients we needed to be successful. First, great food. Second, a very clean restaurant. Third, the best drinks in town. And fourth and most importantly, a well-trained, well-groomed staff. That's where you come in. Selecting you to be a part of our family was easy, and now it's up to you.
If we can make you successful, that makes Mulligan's Beach House successful. We are proud of our restaurants, and particularly of you as our staff. You are a member of a select group. Your efforts will determine our joint success. Almost all restaurants have good food. It's the service that makes a difference. So please do everything you can to delight our guests and drive return visits. Our success as one big family makes us very happy. So let's begin by sharing our expectations of each other. Thank you and good luck. Mulligan's Beach House offers great food and drinks at an outstanding value in a relaxed, clean atmosphere with service from a well-trained and friendly staff, giving our guests a memorable dining experience, exceeding their expectations. First impressions are critical in this business. Throughout your training and beyond, we'll rely on a firm agreement of expectations between Mulligan's Beach House and yourself. As no Mully, we're often the guest's first impression of our restaurant. Your appearance, your positive attitude, your energy level, and your smile can start and give our guests a memorable dining experience. Your job requires a lot of personality, patience, motivation, knowledge, teamwork, and communication.
What you should expect from us. Mulligan's Beach House will provide you with the proper tools and training needed for your success. Mulligan's Beach House will coach and evaluate your performance while providing honest feedback on your performance. Mulligan's Beach House will offer opportunity for advancement to motivated Mullies. Mulligan's Beach House will offer a safe working environment. Mulligan's Beach House will offer a quality management team who welcomes open communication with their staff. Our basic expectations from you are to have a friendly and upbeat attitude, to be well-groomed, to be honest, loyal, and courteous towards fellow guests, employees, and management, to participate and ask questions, to follow our mission statement, guidelines, and principles, to be a team player, and most importantly, to have fun. Discuss with your trainer the specifics of your store location, such as answering the telephone. All calls should be answered immediately by anyone. Always mention any upcoming events or specials, and be sure to ask the guests if they know where we are located, and give clear directions if needed. Telephone calls make an important impression of the restaurant. Please note that personal phone calls are only accepted in an emergency.
Awareness. When you arrive at work, check all your work areas. See what you need to make your shift successful. Check all condiments, service tools, and paper supplies. If you cannot locate any items needed or you think you may run out, tell a manager immediately to handle the situation. Check your assigned area, ensure cleanliness of that area, and check for tables that wobble. Get them fixed. Be sure you have the proper table set up, bus station set up, and service stations fully stocked. Make a manager aware of anything that is broken or not working properly to ensure it gets fixed.
Meal privileges. Every employee working can purchase a menu item at 50% off, excluding fresh fish, lobster, and certain specials. Sodas, juices, milk, espresso, cappuccino, and other non-alcoholic beverages must be purchased. You must eat prior to or after your shift except for opening and mid-employees. Closers must eat prior to their shift starts. Cooks are permitted to eat for free with a limited menu. Managers are permitted to eat one meal per shift of up to $13, not including any seafood. Employees are never permitted to order kids' food, and kids' food is never permitted to be ordered for anyone over the age of 12 years old. Eating must be in the designated area and with manager's approval only. Each staff member must clean up after himself or herself when finished. Anyone found not cleaning would lose this privilege. When you are not working, you are welcome to come to Mulligan's Beach House with friends or family. When you are here as a guest, please act like one. You are not to be in the kitchen or other areas of the restaurant when you are off duty. Your immediate family or significant other will receive a 30% discount on food only when you are dining with them. Remember, tips are based on the check amount before the discount, so please reward your fellow Mullies for their great service.
Drink privileges. All employees are welcome to an unlimited water or iced tea and one coffee during each shift. Sodas, juices, milk, espressos, cappuccino, and any other non-alcoholic beverages must be purchased. Whether it's after your shift or your day off, you may never consume alcoholic beverages at any of our locations.
Smoking policy. Mulligan's Beach House is a non-smoking work environment. Smoking is never permitted while working. Cell phone usage. You may not use or carry your cell phone while working for any circumstance. If you have an emergency, please speak with a manager on duty to ask permission to use the restaurant's phone for local calls only. You are not permitted to have your cell phone in your possession while you are working. If you get caught using your phone while on the clock, the manager will take your phone and return it at the end of your shift, and/or send you home with a written warning and/or suspension. Leave your cell phone at home or in your car. Do not have it on you while working.
Schedules. Mulligan's uses the Hot Schedules program for scheduling. You will get a password and username that you can use to view your schedule, request time off, and post notices for other staff members. Schedules will be posted every Friday for the forthcoming week. Overtime. Any employee, excluding salary-exempt employees, working over 40 hours per week will be paid time and a half for any hours exceeding that 40 hours. Vacations. Employees wishing to take time off for vacation of 1 week or longer must place a request in writing to management at least 1 month in advance. Vacation requests are not accepted during any holidays or busy periods from December 22nd through May 1st. Employees must understand we are in the hospitality business, and our busiest times are in the holidays, in which we need our entire staff in order to ensure the quality guest service we are striving for. After 1 year of continuous service, all full-time employees, 37 to 40 hours a week, are eligible for a 1 week, 5 days paid vacation. The amount of hours paid for the week is defined as the employee's average weekly worked hours. Employees must work more than 37 hours per week for the previous 12 months to be eligible for vacation.
Paychecks. Paychecks are issued every other Friday after 2 p.m. only for hours worked during the preceding 2-week period. Be sure to run a time report from the computer system on the last day you worked for each week to ensure proper hours. Any mistakes made on paychecks will be paid to that employee on the following paycheck. Mulligan's Beach House takes all reasonable steps to ensure that employees receive the correct amount of pay in each paycheck, and that employees are paid promptly on the scheduled payday. In the unlikely event that there is an error in the amount of pay, the employee should promptly bring the discrepancy to the attention of their manager, who will fill out the necessary paperwork for the corporate office to fix the error. Direct deposit is available for full-time employees. A direct deposit form from your bank or a canceled check should be turned into the corporate office or at your Hot Schedules account. Absence due to sickness. You must notify management at least 4 hours before you're going to be out. Opening shift employees must call the night before their shift to be excused. If you have not notified management prior to your shift, you will be responsible for covering your shift. Make sure you have a copy of your fellow employees' phone numbers so that you do not have to call the restaurant looking for someone's phone number. If you are too sick to cover for your shift, you will need a doctor's note. If you will be out for an extended period of time, you will need to notify the manager on a daily basis when you will be well enough to return to work.
Injured in the workplace. If you suffer an injury while working, it is your responsibility to inform your manager immediately of that injury. At that time, the manager will give you workers' compensation forms to fill out. Even if you do not need to seek medical attention, a workers' compensation form must be completed. If medical attention is necessary, the manager will direct the employee to a medical physician approved by Mulligan's worker compensation carrier. Employees are required to keep management informed of the progress of the employee's injury and well-being to return to work.
Disciplinary action. Employees should be aware that Mulligan's Beach House does not tolerate certain acts and behaviors that are unproductive or detrimental to the restaurant. These acts are usually acts of non-compliance or acts of misconduct and are handled through disciplinary action. Acts of non-compliance include level of work performance, misuse of work time, excessive absenteeism or tardiness, failure to comply with policies and rules, lack of cooperation, or failure to follow work instructions. Non-compliance of these acts may result in a written warning, suspension, or termination if proper actions to improve behavior are not taken by the employee. Acts of misconduct such as violence, endangering life or property, harassment, sexual harassment, possession or use of illegal drugs on property, theft or fraud, possession of a weapon, insubordination or disruptive behavior will result in immediate suspension or termination.
Arriving to work. Being on time, dressed for your shift, and ready to work is very important. 10 minutes prior to your shift, 30 minutes if you'd like to eat. If you are going to be late, call and let the manager know. If you have an emergency absence, please call as soon as you know. When working early in the morning, you must call the night before to allow ample time to cover your shifts. Employees must come to work daily in a proper uniform for every shift. Below describes the uniform standard for each department. All front of the house female employees: khaki shorts, Mulligan issued shirt, black non-skid shoes, black ankle socks, belt, an apron, and a name tag. All front of the house male employees: khaki shorts, worn right at the knee, cargo shorts not permitted. Mulligan's Beach House issued shirt. All black ankle socks, worn right above the ankle. All black non-skid shoes, name tag, and apron. If the weather is below 40 degrees, employees are permitted to wear long khaki dress pants and wear a white or black long sleeve shirt under their uniform shirt. Employees should always bring their shorts to change into if the weather goes above 40 degrees on that day. Kitchen staff: black chef pants, black cook shirts, Mulligan's Beach House chef cap, and comfortable black non-skid shoes.
Jewelry. Employees are permitted to wear a conservative amount of jewelry. Females' earrings are limited to 2 pierced earrings per ear on the lower lobe only. Earrings are not to exceed the size of a quarter and should be no longer than an inch in length, including hoops. Males are permitted to wear 1 earring per ear and are not permitted to wear any type of hoop earring. Absolutely no face jewelry is permitted, including nose rings, lip rings, or gold and silver plated teeth. Multiple bracelets are permitted as long as they are not bulky in appearance. 2 rings per hand and 1 necklace are permitted. Other than earrings, visible body piercings, eyebrows, lips, nose are not permitted. Jewelry should coordinate with our tropical attire.
Hygiene. Bathe or shower daily and use deodorant and/or antiperspirant. Brush your teeth once or more daily and use mouthwash daily. All employees must keep their hair clean, neatly trimmed, away from your face, and present a well-groomed appearance at all times. Hair should be clean from excessive oils and remain groomed throughout the day. Hair for all employees must be neat and cleaned and styled in a conventional manner at all times. Non-business-like, faddish or extreme hairstyles or unnatural hair colors are unacceptable. Men must shave their face daily. Beards, goatees, and other facial hair are acceptable if neat and maintained. Fingernails should be clean and neat at all times. If nail polish is worn, it must be well maintained with no chips.
Service and the lull hours. Typically, business at either end of the shift should be slower than in the peak hours. With little to do or assuming that everything is satisfactory at their few tables, the staff in lull hours often neglect their tables or fail to give full, attentive service to 1 or 2 parties in their section. Mulligan's Beach House demands that the staff give a quality and professional service to all parties at all times, in lull and peak hours. An extra effort and greater concentration is required during slow business if service is to be consistent hour to hour, day to day, and week to week. In the lull hours, the staff is to remain in their sections, at their posts, and available to the clients they do have, and ready to promptly initiate service at new tables. You are required to be constantly working. Anyone found studying, reading the paper, playing video games, or just sitting around doing nothing will lose his or her shift and will be sent home. If the staff routinely surveys and attends to the chores in the section at all times, it will naturally and gradually develop a comfortable and effective rhythm for work in the peak business hours. If not actively engaged in service in the lull hours, clean something, or walk to one of the restaurant entrances with the menus in hand.
Professional conduct. Employees are not to attempt to argue with guests or to resolve conflicts needing managerial intervention. Should a guest have a complaint, grievance, or problem, or if a guest wishes to speak with a manager, the employee should politely grant the guest's wish and notify a manager immediately. Briefly describe what the problem may be and relay any information that will help the manager correct the complaint or grievance quickly and justly. In general, the entire staff at Mulligan's Beach House can contribute to and sustain a cooperative spirit and conduct. We do this by being conscientious, not only in fulfilling the functions of our individual jobs, but also in responding to the needs and difficulties of all other employees. The more cooperation and teamwork the staff applies to their performance, the better the restaurant will operate. Offer help and ask for help when and where needed. Employees will periodically encounter unusual circumstances, problems needing special attention, and accidents involving guests and/or employees. The employee should always contact and inform a manager about any problems or unusual situations. When a guest registers a problem, makes a complaint, appears upset or ill, the employee must notify a manager immediately and briefly fully explain the problem. It is the manager's duty to intervene and correct serious complaints by the clientele and to handle accidents and unusual circumstances. The employees should never attempt to handle major problems or enter into an argument with the clientele.
Checkout procedures. An employee should never leave their work area without a manager excusing them. An employee must never leave Mulligan's property without first checking with the manager and punching out. When a manager sends you home, you need to be sure all your work is complete, and a shift leader or closer must sign you out for your shift. Cash out and tip procedures vary from restaurant to restaurant in the Mulligan's Beach House family, so please check with your in-store guidelines for these procedures.
Introductory period. Every employee will be developed to do his or her job effectively in a 90-day introductory period. Management will review your performance to determine if you are best suited for the position hired for, or if you will be better suited for a different position. If the employee's work abilities are below Mulligan's Beach House standards, the employee may be terminated for no just cause, as Mulligan's Beach House is an at-will employer.
Open door policy. Employees are encouraged to share their concerns, seek information, provide input, and resolve problems or issues through their immediate supervisor, and, as appropriate, consult with any other appropriate member of management towards those ends. Managers and supervisors are expected to listen to employee concerns, to encourage their input, and to seek resolutions of their problems or issues. Sexual harassment. Law in Mulligan's Beach House Bar and Grill prohibits sexual harassment. Sexual harassment destroys morale, creates a hostile work environment, and can leave other employees feeling tense, uncomfortable, fearful, depressed, or angry. Sexual harassment is defined as any verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature, including misuse of visual or written material, which is unwelcome and offensive to the receiver, and which is either repeated or of such a significant nature that it has a detrimental effect on a person's employment. Any employee that feels that they are being harassed in any way should immediately talk to a manager. If the person does not feel comfortable speaking directly to a manager, they should submit a letter in writing. The only way the problem can be solved is to make the management aware of the situation. Any employee found harassing another staff member or guest will be terminated. Mulligan's Beach House management will take all necessary steps to prevent a repetition of any alleged sexual harassment offenses. Teamwork. Essential to the successful operation of a restaurant is the mutual respect, consideration, and assistance each employee in each department gives to every other employee throughout the establishment. Like any other working system, the restaurant requires harmonious and cohesive working of all of its parts if it is to function with maximum efficiency.
The need for teamwork and a cooperative spirit among management, kitchen staff, all service and floor personnel should become both a personal and collective work objective for all personnel employed by Mulligan's Beach House.
The management asks that each employee observe and practice one rule when working as a team throughout the restaurant. Offer assistance when and where it is needed, and ask for assistance when and where it is needed.
Some of the areas requiring the cooperation of all staff members have already been specifically indicated above. Cooperation among the early and late wait staff at change of shift or on opening the dining room. Housekeeping as a collective responsibility. The requirements that early on servers maintain and service the sections of the late servers. Joint effort of bus staff, servers, and hosts in busing, resets, maintenance of service areas, and cleaning of floors and aisles.
Locals Club cards. We offer our locals benefits throughout the year with our Locals Club. It is free to join, and servers are to offer this membership to all of our local patrons. Following are the benefits received. Half off Tuesdays. Locals present their Locals card to receive half off the second entree. Value of up to $10 on any meal on Tuesday. 10% off. Locals present their card daily to receive 10% off food purchase on entire check, except specials, beverages, and alcoholic beverages. Priority seating. Locals Club members get to jump the wait if we are on a wait. Their name will go on the top of the list. Anytime a Locals card is presented, a manager must see the actual card from the guest to ensure proper use. Birthdays. At Mulligan's Beach House, we want our guests to enjoy their birthday at the beach house. Anytime your guest has a birthday, birthday Sundays aren't special for $1.99.
Kids eat free. Kids eat free every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. One child per adult with the purchase of a beverage is our policy on this discount. It is not available with any other offer, and the age limit is 12 years of age. We have crayons, balloons, and our fun kids placemat and kids cups for their enjoyment, as well as their parents' sanity.
That concludes your Mulligan's orientation. If you have any questions, please contact your manager.
We wish you luck and success. Welcome to the Mulligan's family.